Obviously, Austin and Matthew out there. What's the latest on their status?
Same as it was yesterday. No change. They're out there practicing, which is good, but availability tomorrow is doubtful.
Stolar skating?
Nope.
What's the latest on Waugh? I think we saw him obviously yesterday. Where's Nicholas at?
Probably he's still a ways away, I would say. I got no timeline for him.
What about Carlo? We haven't seen him.
Yep, he's still not on the ice, so I'm hoping he will be out Monday on the ice. That's what I'm hoping for.
Tanev?
Tanev, what about him?
Any change? Or
No,
update?
he's long term.
Okay.
You're about to, start a long string of road games here. I guess a message for a group that hasn't had a lot of this, and no doubt important right now, given all the challenges. But how do you want this group to approach this first step with Montreal? And
Yeah.
being on a road mentality.
Yeah, I just want them to approach that game first and foremost. That's a big game tomorrow. We talked about that this morning. It's obviously a big division game. It's always a big game against Montreal, and it's a big game for us in terms of where we're at and where we're heading. So it's a big game. And then just after that, we get a little break, get some rest, and then we get on the road, which I think will be really good for our team to get on the road for a bit. What have we got, 4 or something games on the road, something like that, maybe 5. So it's a good trip. It's a long trip, so hopefully we get bodies back and we get some health, which would be great. So a trip like that can really do good for the team.
What's your take on where Max Domi's game is at? What are you kind of seeing from him right now?
Sort of inconsistency in and out, does some good things, I'm trying to think of the game that I liked, a couple games ago where, I met with him, we talked, and I thought I got a good game out of him, competitive game. Then, he needs to stay competitive, in my opinion, every shift. And we need him to be better.
He took responsibility for the overtime.
Yeah, he just, he forced the puck there, didn't need to. 3-on-3, it's not a real opportunity the other way. We want to hang on to pucks and keep possession, and he forced it.
Craig, the league's on pace for a record number of overtime games. Any theories as to why?
What was the
League's on pace for a record number of overtime games. Any theories?
It's an even league. That's my theory. I think that night in and night out, I used to say it was a 3-2 league. I'm not sure it's a 3-2 league anymore. I think, there's more goals going in. I don't know the stats off by hand, but probably scoring a bit more. But in saying that, teams are even. I mean, there's a lot of tight games. There's going to continue to be that way with tight games, and so overtime's important. Overtime's important. It's we blundered a couple this year already, which we didn't need to. We did that ourselves. The other team didn't do it to us.
What are you liking the special teams as well?
Well, I liked the power play last night. I thought they really did a good job of moving the puck and attacking right away and creating chaos around the net and some opportunities. And for me, our PK has been fairly solid all year. I get goals go in certain stretches on your PK throughout the year, but I thought they did a good job last night, and we just got to continue to keep working on them. And like I said, we get some healthy bodies back. That should help our power play too.
You gave Easton a good look kind of with Tavares and Nylander. Of course, into that game, you got Kelly back in there. What are you thinking in terms of the lineup?
Yeah, and I talked about that before the game where I was going to mix and match those guys a little bit depending on situations, offensive zone, defensive zone. We were down in the game. I put him in there. I loved Cowan's game last night. I thought he had good jump and good juice, and made a nice play, obviously. So that's the way I'm going to use him.
What are your early observations with Jacob Quillen?
I think, 2 games in, he's done some good things. I love his speed and his competitiveness. He hasn't got a ton of ice time, but when he's out there, he's noticeable with doing good things, which is good.
And does Troy kind of fit in as seamlessly as you probably thought?
Knowing the player, and I didn't know him personally, but just watching him over the years, he was always that guy that he just did the right things every shift. It's not fancy. It's not, anything out of the ordinary. It's just he uses his feet extremely well, and he's competitive, and he makes the easy play with the puck.
Cowan was saying that it's great to get the more minutes and the opportunity, but he takes responsibility. He has to bury one of his chances if he's going to get those minutes. Do you like to hear that as a coach, or does the kid have to?
No, I like to hear that as a coach for sure. And like I've said this over the years, it's harder for young guys to score in this league. It takes some time, but I do believe that he's such a competitor, and he wants it all, which I like, and so I believe he'll figure it out faster than normal. I do believe that.